So inside the Roland System-8, there's a lot of great patches already preloaded for you to get started. But maybe you want to go ahead and start from square one, just nothing on there. Very easy to do. All you have to do is press and hold the Shift button and hit the patch button. The screen is going to ask you patch initialize, and you're going to go ahead and press enter. And now you're going to start off with a basic saw. Now, as you start to go ahead and create patches, let's go ahead and use this opportunity to explain some of the synth area. So the System-8 has 3 oscillators: oscillator 1, oscillator 2, and oscillator 3. And all of these oscillators can be controlled by the mixer section. Also within the mixer section, you get 2 noise types, white and pink. So first off, let's go ahead and explore some of the different waveforms that are available inside the Roland System-8. So I'm going to grab oscillator 1, and first thing I'll do is I'm going to go to mixer, and I'm going to make sure all of my other oscillators and noise are turned down, and make sure my oscillator 1 is turned up. This is just to ensure that I'm hearing only the oscillator I'm working on. As you get more familiar, you can do it any other way, but this is a great way to start. So here we see basic sawtooth. Move to the right, here's a basic square. One again, let's go ahead and move to a basic triangle. Now let's check out super saw. Now a super square. And of course, a super triangle. So that's pretty good, just basic waveforms. Don't forget, there's a whole other variation. So we're going to use this variation knob right here and switch it to 2, and I'm going to put it back all the way to the left. And that first waveform is called a noise saw. Here's how it sounds. Very interesting, right? And now let's check out number 2, which is a logic. Number 3 is FM. Next one is FM sync. Next one is Val. And the last one is cowbell. So pretty cool. Now some of these vary a lot depending on some of the different color you add to them. So for instance, let's go back to variation 1 section, and that has all of your standard waveforms. And I'm going to go over to a super saw. Probably one of the most common used, and probably your favorite as well as mine. Now listen to when I go into the color section, and this color section allows me to do a lot of different variations on the sound based on what's here. So I can go ahead and have basic variation here. Through the LFOs, pitch envelope, filter envelope, amp envelope, and even oscillator 3. So I'm just going to put it right there, and let's hear the basic sound. Turn color all the way down. Here's a basic saw. Now let's go ahead and use that color knob to the right. Big difference, so let's just take a listen. Just by using that color knob, we were able to get a lot of different variation out of that super saw. So let's go ahead and check out oscillator 2. So I'm going to go to my mixer section, and I'm going to turn down oscillator 1, and I'm going to turn up oscillator 2. Let's do the same thing. I'm going to go to oscillator 2 and choose that super saw, and now let's go ahead and adjust the color. Very quick. Now let's put them together. Now we have a big super saw that I'm sure you'll love. Don't forget this super saw, it can be used for a lot of different stabs, or with just a little bit of adjustment in the amp section, you can turn it very quickly into a string. Maybe we'll go in further and adjust it a little bit more by going into the filter and adjusting the cutoff. Kind of taming down some of those saws. Now let's have some more fun and go back into the mixer. I'm going to turn those both down, both of those oscillators. And now let's check out oscillator 3 or the sub oscillator. So inside oscillator 3, you have a couple of choices. You can go to a sine wave. Go to the left, it's down 1 octave and down 2 octaves. So let's listen. Oops, turn it up in the mixer. Down 2 octaves. Or a triangle. So now let's bring it into the mix with that other sounds, with the other sounds. Very cool. Now also, let's go not forget that we can change the octave of each of the oscillators. So let's go ahead and I'm going to turn down this oscillator right there, and oscillator 3 down a little bit. And let's take oscillator 2 and adjust its octave. Remember, when we started off with that sound, let's turn off oscillator 3, oscillator 2, and let's go ahead and bring the color down and bring the amp. And that's basically what we started off with. So you guys give this a try and have fun with your Roland System-8. All right, we'll talk to you soon.